Radiant team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Reserve time. Radiant team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Crystal Maiden.
Dire team pick. Ten seconds remaining.
Weaver.
Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Dark Seer.
Dire team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Oracle.
Radiant team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Slada.
Dire team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
I think the Oracle is just mainly to deal with
Reserve
Darkseer in the offlane, and it's also pretty good against Ember Spirit, removing the Flame Guard and, as I mentioned, the Darkseer Iron Shell. That's a good point. I'm actually not sure how the interaction works. Mainly because even if you dodge it, maybe the Purge still hits you. So maybe he'll still show up in lane. Just kind of feel it out, make the supports at least attempt to go on him, or really just committing to the jungle. I think by doing so, it makes the mid lane, or maybe even the off lane, just a little safer for his other core. Well, like you said, Faceless, I think, pretty much undefeated in this qualifier, and honestly, their draft is looking very similar to most of their other matches. Fairly certain that Warriors Gaming, some kind of research, they're planning on pulling out a new strat here, just to deal with this lineup. I'm certain that they know about it. It's just that they still ban it out. That's just how much they fear the Black Pudge. I have the same issue. Did the game pause? Yeah. Let's see if there's anything in chat. Nothing in chat. The lobby crash?
Are we trapped in our own world and nobody knows what's happening?
Maybe. Well, let's see. It's coming close to the 110 timer. We'll see exactly what happens here. I'm just saying, like, if it was stuck at 110, it's probably coming close to 0 right now. Wondering if anything happens here. It's definitely more than 70 seconds. So...
There's a lot of disconnected. Nuts has paused the game. Oh, okay. Like, a whole bunch of people disconnected it. The entire WG team disconnected during the draft.
Right, that's what happened.
And Nuts just, the good guy Nuts actually paused it. Could have just ran them out of time. But,
Radiant team ban.
Nuts ain't about that life.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, like, this kind of level, who's really gonna pull out the rulebook in the middle of a draft? Like, out of everything.
10 seconds remaining.
drafting is where you pull out the rulebook. And it's, I mean, Warriors Gaming
5
is
seconds remaining.
like pretty certain everyone is kind of used to Warriors Gaming 5-man disconnects every now and then.
Reserve time.
At least once per game. We have not seen it in the draft yet, though.
Oh, that's true. Always during the game. At least once every series. Right, I'm ready to see some more Ice Dark Seer.
Dire team ban.
Yeah. The nerf is just creep, gives more gold, and Satyr Banisher is now nerfed.
10 seconds remaining.
And it gives a little less stats, yes. Overall,
5 seconds
I
remaining.
don't think that's really buys the helm for. I think he's still going to achieve his goals with
Reserve time.
the helm purchase. I'm pretty certain that you... Well, actually, I guess I'm not as certain. I think he does, though. That's true. I think if you don't have a Crystal Maiden, you probably just go Soul Ring into Arcane Boots and then Helm. And you definitely don't have mana issues. Okay. If he goes Brown Boots, then almost certainly you have to get the Soul Ring. Otherwise, you're just not going to be able to farm.
Dire team pick.
Oh, definitely.
10 seconds remaining.
I think it's pretty good against Juggernaut for sure.
5 seconds.
Pretty decent against Weaver, depending on how you build it. But overall, like Warriors Gaming just doesn't exactly have the greatest of lockdown.
Reserve
Or-
time. 10 seconds remaining.
Well, if you face Edict the Clinks,
5 seconds.
you have to remember
remaining.
there's Darkseer, Slaughter, and Ember Spirit.
Radiant team pick.
Turn it off? No.
10 seconds remaining.
But once again, my only concern for Warriors Gaming is not too many stuns,
Reserve.
just very, very reliant on the Earth Spirit. And Faceless, they weren't afraid to draft into the Earth Spirit with the Ember Spirit. I think Earth Spirit's one of the better supports to deal with the Ember Spirit because of how quickly you can get out that silence. Oh, that's actually another interesting thing too. Fortune's End on Oracle is a root, right? If you catch an Ember Spirit with that root, he actually can't Fire Remnant. But I feel like it's still not that important, just because, well, Ember Spirit, it's not exactly hard to see when channeling Zen. Yeah, just run early.
Anti-mage.
Remnant out early. Okay. Yeah. It's starting to look like that game that they played the other day. I agree with you. And Weaver, it's not exactly the greatest core to go up against the
10
Anti-Mage.
seconds
In fact,
remaining.
Anti-Mage just kind of destroys Weaver, in my opinion.
5 seconds remaining.
I'm honestly just. This Faceless draft just looks incredibly superior, in my opinion.
I mean, I think average game length for previous Faceless games was like 25 to 30 minutes. Yeah,
Well, the thing is, if they are relying on the black anti-mage, then the game might drag on a little longer.
Yep. But that might not be necessarily good for WG as.
Oh, it's definitely not better for them. It's just that kind of just to be safe, they just let their anti-mage pull like as far ahead as possible for really taking the engagements. Why?
Okay, Iron Shell
has that
I
roll.
will not forget this.
I think if he rolls, your XL will be able to block it off. So
Too.
yeah.
Uh-oh.
Iron
Iron
Shell being
Shell?
caught up. Body blocks coming through. His teammates are here. Double Iron Shell is going to come through here, but okay, here comes
one gets purified.
Oh, 3-man crush. And looks like both supports have to go back to base because that's a lot of resource down.
30 seconds to battle.
All right, and everyone go back and shrine before everything happens. It's going to be somewhat expected for these lanes. It's going to be the offlane and LC. Budget on the Weaver. Oh, he's going to go for that snipe.
Wait.
He times his
I think
QQQ a
he-
little too early.
Given.
Yeah. If he waited a little, he would have got that one in. How greedy is he? He's going to leave the one for himself to be grabbed,
A golden
but not going to get punished.
How you got to play. Good.
All right, mid lane, the Juggernaut, Nana up against Jabs. Think this is pretty much a even lane. There should be no kill potential unless there's some kind of roam, and Nana will get the easy D ward here.
You know, you say it that lanes are even, and I think we mentioned it before that I also thought it was even. I remember one time Jabs just doesn't fairy fire.
I mean, I'm sure there like the supports roaming in could affect the lane, but I think the matchup is even. Whether the player plays it evenly is, you know.
I agree with you.
We are seeing the effects of the Orgo on the top lane just straight up nuking the wave with his Fortune's End and purging off the Iron Shell. And iceiceice already starting to clarity. He's out of mana. Surprised to see not Ajich like Sakushing off the clarity.
Well, it appears that iceiceice most likely just going to go into the jungle. I think that's why he should be leeching up here, if anything.
Yep. Alright, that's all she wrote on that laning stage. So iceiceice solved. No problem. Go next.
That's just the strength of the Darkseer. He's still going to end up finding his farm and walk back into the lane with a Dominator and Soul Ring, probably like at 7 to 8 minutes, I'd say.
Right, but I mean, normally if you say you have Darkseer Slaughter, I'm gonna go up with you with my dual lane. You assume the dual lane gets crushed, right?
What have we?
But this particular set of heroes by WG is able to actually not only contain the Darkseer, but force him out of lane, which then frees up the Earth Spirit to do stuff on the other portions of the map. And speaking of Earth Spirit, looks like he's trying to do some pulling shenanigans, but unable to do so.
Manages to finish his level 2 down here. Back in. Snowball also makes a rotation mid. Crab's almost going down, forced to use his salve here.
Actually, the CS wise here, this time it's going to be Ember Spirit falling really far behind. I guess that gank had a lot to do with it. The accidental Fairy Fire usage, maybe. Top lane Ajit is actually forcing a kill on Darkseer. Darkseer surging away. Very low in HP and mana. Needs to salve here. Ajit out of mana himself, but shouldn't really need it.
Jabs is just holding on to his skill points. He doesn't really see too much use out of
Ajit gets crushed during his Sakuchi, and it's running out. He's gonna go into the tree, salve up immediately. If they know where he is, they could force a kill, but he's out.
Black behind enemy lines.
Yeah, just trading his life for his mana. Pretty good trade if you ask me. And you can see that Ben is adjusting by leveling his Moment of Courage. No point to actually level up his other spells. Won't even have mana to use it.
I think 2 levels of more definitely
This'll come in handy.
still get pressed to attack.
Yeah.
The utility is definitely going to be necessary later on.
I mean, Ben does what he wants in the lane, though. Yesterday, essentially won the game from his team with the off-lane Omni Knights.
I remember that game.
If he wants
That
to
game
max,
was great.
yeah. If he wants to max Moment of Courage, I will not say anything.
Same jabs.
Spin going
Single
on
handedly
there.
zoning them both.
Stun's gonna come through, and they're gonna root him up, and that's gonna be a kill. Jabs, not expecting the rotation from behind, and gives up first blood. That's a rare sign of Jabs actually like dying in the lane. He's usually very, very good at this portion.
I think one of the main reasons is that the ports always seem to get out the ward successfully, but this time around they get a D ward at level 1, so he's just playing blind. Like,
True. And also because the Darkseer in the top lane is not controlling the
Roll
lane,
in,
as
spin.
throw in XY, trying to run away, but Nana's gonna get yet another kill. Before that game, I was gonna say that normally Darkseer is like pushing the wave in and making sure that he is zoning 2 supports or keeping track of them where they are, but again, the Darkseer is in the jungle, so they don't have that information up top either.
definitely. And I think that's just like what makes his Oracle pick actually like very good favor. I think that if iceiceice really just wanted to get levels, he could stay up here. It's not exactly that easy to kill him. But since the Ion Shell keeps getting purged off, he's just not going to get any farm, and I think farm is just more important overall.
Sure. I mean, a Darkseer without farm in the mid game is actually fairly useless. And a lot of times, a Darkseer that falls behind just, jungles until he does get the farm. And at least in this game, Darkseer, despite having the Crystal Maiden, he does go for the Soul Ring and rebuys a couple of Clarity, so the mana nerf has done his job at least. It is wrecking this Darkseer a little bit. But it looks like he's going to queue straight into a HOD.
So you were right, brown boots, then Soul Ring, go straight to HOD. Rotation from WG, they're going in deep. They want to stop this Darkseer from farming. If they catch him out in time, oh, they had the right idea. They did a ward up here.
Yep. A pretty freshly paced one as well. Looks like a lot of jungling is to be had, and normally at this stage of the game, Faceless is up like 5-1 or something. And so far it's WG all the way. I don't think this is gonna be... Oh, another D-ward for Nana. Man, Nana is doing super well in this mid lane.
Phase boots and bottled regen.
Look at the net worth difference. He's up about 1,500, 1,400 over his opponent on the mid lane. Like, you don't see this kind of deficit.
Yeah,
in pro
Jabs had
games.
a horrible time in the mid lane. Constantly getting pressured, and not really. He just didn't really get too much support time around compared to normal.
All right. The Iron Shell from the Darkseer are constantly getting purged, but he reapplies them and does get some last hit, but this is not too great.
Well, the thing about even though it can purge Ion Shells, it's still kind of difficult for him to purge every single one of them because
Right.
Zen is kind of expensive, under 10 mana.
And it does have a very long cooldown, so. Black, now up on the tower, is farming pretty well and maintaining a good pace. Looks like he's also going for the helm. We did see that yesterday.
We also saw a Scepter.
Yep.
Definitely not the game for a Scepter, though.
No.
It's going to be too great here.
Scepter against Duel, probably not the intended effect. Lincoln's would be probably a better defensive choice.
Let's take a look. Warriors Gaming up 2,000 net worth so far. Like you said, that mid lane just probably one of the larger gaps that we've seen so far.
Yep. I mean, giving a Juggernaut this level of farm early on is quite scary. Suddenly makes heroes like the support CM, the support Slaughter much harder to play out in the open field. XY on the top lane. Does have the Tranquil Boots already finished, but Ajit also farming extremely comfortably. Looks like he's going for a Helm of Dominator himself.
Oh, Ajit, he has to be careful here.
Dude, the jukes. And now Remnant's coming back in. Now they want to go on X-Nova. Jabs does have more fire, and he's going to pop it out right now, but the disarm's going to go on himself. Jabs out of mana right now, but I don't think they will pursue. Suddenly 4 rotation up top, 4 Faceless, but they get nothing. And WG gets to just farm. Bottom lane
Looks like
black.
WG have done their research. This is looking like a very solid start from them.
Yeah. And
Radiant's middle tower is
the
under
beautiful
attack.
thing is that they're not trying to do anything sneaky, right? They're not like using some pull tactics. They're just playing straight up, and they're outplaying Faceless, which I think few teams in C right now could say they could
Dire's
do
bottom
constantly.
tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under
Yeah, definitely. Like you said, they're just seem to be very prepared. Not
All right,
gets
there's a
rooted up by this creep.
random ancient just hanging out like outside the camp.
Oh,
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
that was like the earliest roll I've ever seen.
Seest me not.
He might actually have killed Jabs by Omni's.
All right, we're gonna try to set up a gank here. Never mind. Black's just gonna break out Invisis and start right-clicking.
So wow, this is a pretty great start for Warriors Gaming. You do have to remember this is mostly black. Oh, nice
nice
coming out.
silence. The kick's gonna miss, but it doesn't matter. That silence definitely saved his life, and I think it silenced the Slaughter and the Furbog, so there was no stun whatsoever.
Radiant's
But yeah, like I was
top tower
saying, you
is
know,
under
even though
attack.
the game is going well for Warriors Gaming right now, at the end of the day, this is anti-mage draft. So they have to be prepared for anti-mage in the later stages.
I mean, that might be true, but do you think right now the 4 protect 1 game is good by Faceless? I mean, Black gets to do what he wants, but honestly, nobody else is getting great farm. iceiceice is doing okay, Ember's doing okay, but I think they're more used to playing with a much larger level of farm, usually.
Yeah, I agree. This is probably the first time we've seen them struggle so much in the early game.
Power is gonna get denied, nicely done by iceiceice. Just Sakushi's on cooldown right now. He's in the trees, he will time lapse, but he gets amped here. Nice backing back in, and they do get the kill. I think Ajit definitely overstayed his welcome there, and now suddenly that lane gets freed up. iceiceice is gonna shove it back in. He does have the Bugatti, and he's gonna farm with it.
This catapult is a vital part of WG's success yesterday in that Omni
Yep.
Night game.
And now look at it being micro. That's just farming, no problem.
That was a pretty big kill for Faceless. Oh, interesting to see Weaver actually getting held with the Dominator now.
Yeah, I was actually pointing out earlier. What do you think about this build? I don't know if I agree with this.
I think that Dominator is set in stone as one of those items where pretty much anyone can get it, and I think it's still going to be pretty decent.
Well, the thing is, Weaver in particular has a lot of like key items that he needs to hit. Especially if you want survivability, that Lincoln deflays your build by so much. And by going for this kind of utility item in between, then your damage gets further delayed down the road. So that's why, and of course, Helm of Dominator doesn't really give
Radiant's
Weaver
bottom
damage to
tower
begin
is
with.
under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
I kind of agree with that, but
Radiant structures
yeah, and
are
it's just
fortified.
the item is just so solid overall that you can still definitely get a lot of value out of it. Suppose that one of the
Radiant's
melee
bottom
creeps
tower
needs
is
to
under
clean up his
attack.
tier 1 tower.
Ben's gonna eat the trees to see if anyone's hiding.
Dire's
tier 1
structures
goes to
are
bed.
fortified.
Ben's Blink Dagger timing. He's not even going for Blink. This is the offlane Armlet LC. This is not something you see too often because generally LC in the offlane, you just don't have the farm like luxury, so you never get to afford the Armlet. Ben now fighting up a Furbog. You want to defend this. Nice silence coming through. Can he actually get off the duel? The rock does not hit. The vacuum back into a clap, and now it's going to be Afu in a lot of trouble, but the help here from X-Nova is going to be there. Ben goes down, and you believe Afu is going to be dead as well. Jab knows, and he's going to go forward. Jab, so taking way too much magic nuke damage, and somehow, some way, we are reminded of the OS Frog Oracle. Afu's kept alive. I thought for sure he was dead when he's taking so much damage.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Yeah, I
attack.
agree. I thought he was dead too, but this Oracle pick against the Ember and the Darkseer really showing why it's so good against these two heroes.
Yeah.
Jabs has died so quickly because he just instantly removed the Flame Guard.
Instantly removing the Flame Guard and of course using that disarm to prevent magic damage being dealt to you. I mean, at the end of the day, magic is all Ember's got right now, right? So you see that triple remnant in, you just disarm somebody and he's fine. Iron Shell is being chased in. Oh, the wall gets dropped as well, and Nova is dropping
He's out of
down.
mana. Oh, he Iron Shelled the illusion.
A stylish kill.
See, Donna still holding a decent lead over everyone. Ike is only still 1,000 off, but once he gets that Battle Fury, timer is start counting down for Warriors Gaming. I believe that Juggernaut can definitely
Tower is under attack.
on Anti-Mage as well as LC, but they need to maintain like a very good pace. Bottom lane, nice roll kick. Kill.
Relieved of.
Just picks up off who does.
Sorry, my cat is like trying to steal his
Dire's
toys.
top tower is under attack.
It's okay. I don't have animal problems, but
Alright, I'm back.
gotta do what you gotta do.
Okay.
Even though Ajay went for the Helm of the Dominator, he's still farming pretty quickly.
Yeah.
0.4k now. Couldn't go for that Dragon Lance if he wanted.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
He does have it queued up. He could buy it all right now if he wants.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Black's starting to be active over the map here, despite Battlefield not being finished.
A soldier's fortune.
Oh, X-Nova? Vacuum?
Into a stun. And the
That's
disarm.
the end of it.
Yeah. I think whenever X-Nova just disarms anybody, like, that's it. Like, the gank's over. I guess I shouldn't be calling this spell disarm. It's Fate's Edict, and one of the property is it disarms the target, but the other property is that it grants 100% magic immunity. Which explains why it's so good against the Darkseer, the Ember.
Yeah, and that's like just another big reason as to why Oracle is so good against
Darkseer.
Ember Spirit.
Yep.
Darkseer, but Ember Spirit. Ooh. Nice.
Nana. Oh, iceiceice is going in the trees. Do you think a single Omni Slash will kill him? Maybe not with the Centaur.
He eats the whole thing. I think he will. But like you said, not with the Centaur.
Oh, it's starting to get separated. He's thinking about Omni Slash. It's gonna fly out. It's not even close. Search. Oh, needed a little bit of extra spin damage. Did find it. Nuts is gonna try to TP out, and he will make it home. Close one. And the other thing that iceiceice has normally been doing is he puts the Iron Shell on his creep and farms with it, but every time X-Nova sees it, no.
Yeah.
Gonna get rid of it.
Especially since he's always trying to bully X-Nova within. X-Nova's just like, I ain't having any of this.
Yep. Back in the mid lane here, Nana in a lot of trouble. Mana Void gets used, but he's out of mana, so actually these falling right clicks by Black is not doing too much. All of the offense by Faceless just getting blunted.
I'll take that as tribute.
One thing to point out is XY did make that attempt with the Blink Dagger, so he does have the Blink Dagger now.
Okay.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Crush. I was gonna say he should have blinked into the lane and crushed his Helm of the Dominator creep for that extra money.
125, man.
Double damage.
Like killing a lone druid bear at this point. Obviously, it's not as much as 300 gold, but 25 is quite a bit.
All right, Manta Sao first for Nana, removing that corrosive haze as well as the Ember stuff. I wonder if he's gonna go like into the standard Diffusal Blade, Blink, Basher, that kind of build. I feel like having a early access into Basher is probably pretty good against Anti-Mage, which, you know, if you want a way to deal with him as he approaches late game.
Well, that thought, smoke against smoke, is Nana gonna get caught here before his team can back him up?
Black breaks the smoke
the
here.
smoke
Nana
break.
does not get a spin off here, and he's gonna get completely changed on. He spins, he walks it off, he spins, in fact, off everything. The wall comes to him back, and Nana being slowed down at the wall, the remnant back in. Where's his teammates? Meanwhile, Ajit's gonna come in on the back line. That looks like there was a magnetized use. XY is gonna get dueled. He's gonna go down. In the front, Ajit is gonna time lapse. He's gonna be fine. And now the chase goes the other way. They see him, the nuts, they ping him out. The right click coming through, and Ben with the right click is gonna get one more.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Was there any buyback used? Yes. The
Yeah,
Juggernaut.
Juggernaut bought back.
Yeah, then that was a pretty crucial buyback. I think, all things considered, Faceless happy with how that engagement went.
Radiant's bottom
Yeah,
tower
definitely.
is under
Pick off Nana, make him buy back as well.
Dire's top tower
But
is
Warriors
under
Gaming, they're not gonna put this back to they're gonna put this buyback to use. They're gonna go for the Roshan. And Ajit, with his gold saved up, he actually goes for a Death Slater as his
Oh my god, here comes the creep though.
thank you for the 125.
Well, that's true. That's true. The spin guarantees Nana the Aegis, so I guess the buyback didn't hurt that much. Now that he has 2 lives to back it up.
This'll come in handy.
That buyback, he is no longer the top net worth. Mage, now online with the Battle Fury.
Yep.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Black senses a gank coming his way, backs up. Almost has his Yasha as well. This is going to speed up his farm by quite a nice amount.
Rest of the team playing very aggressive over the tier 1 tower. I mean, it seems like WG is very comfortable playing the late game, the slow farming game with Black. And
So too, considering their start as well, they have a decent amount of pressure on the map, and I guess they don't feel too scared to farm up the map right now.
yeah. And we've seen Oracle's late game, especially on a hyper carrier such as Juggernaut or Reaver. So if they want to go late, I definitely see their logic in doing so. Although it was only yesterday that Ember Spirit kept 2 people in prison essentially endlessly with the level 25 Ember chains.
And that was paired up with the Pudge too.
Yeah, that is still available.
Is under attack.
WG will get
Radiant's
another
bottom
tower.
has fallen.
I think for the first time in the DACC qualifier, we are approaching the 20-minute game yet, and Faceless is not up by 10,000 gold or something.
I
This is-
think you're right. Yeah.
Dire's
This is
top tower
rather
is
close of
under
a game.
attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Oh, Nana going for the straight butterfly here. What's your take on that? Instead of like Diffusal Blade or Basher or some sort of fighting item.
Radiant structures are
I think this is well. I mean, in this case, I think Butterfly is the fighting item.
Okay, I mean, I see
Because-
Butterfly as more of a scaling into late game, right? You don't waste any of your slots on kind of the smaller items.
Dire's top
'Cause if
tower
you-
is under attack.
Have a Butterfly right now. I mean, who's really going to be able to kill you?
True.
Black's not going to have the damage to kill you. A lot of it's going to be coming from the magic damage, and if he's able to dodge the magic damage with his spin, I think he's fine.
Ben trying to set up a disable for his team, and he will find that his teammates nearby, but where's Afu? Afu with the kick. Silence. It's gonna come through. Magnetize. They want to delay him and nuke him down, and they do. They don't get the dual victory, but that doesn't matter. They kill Jabs. 47 seconds. Creep wave is
Coming
coming
right
in.
outside the base.
Yeah, they're gonna try to go high
Full
ground.
damage as well.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
We'll spin and keep on right clicking at the building. The building's at half HP already. Link back stun, only gets one Omni Slash Shift fly off at the end here, and Nuts is gonna take all of it on the back line though. Anti-Mage blinks in, he gets silenced. Looks like he's gonna be fine. That wall doing quite a bit of good damage here, and Nana will get warded off. Another blink stun, delaying their retreat. I think with that though, they should probably back it off. Oh no, still 10
No, they're
seconds
still
to the
gonna go.
Ember.
They still have Aegis too.
And they have Deso, so they're gonna bring up a couple more right click. That wall still creating illusions and Amidas. Tier 3 will go down, and I think with that, WG very happy what they got. Or is this gonna be the infamous WG fake back? Did they have a smoke? You do have one in
They
X
do.
Nova.
They have 2 of them. I think more importantly is thanks to changes, now they can just go for the shrines.
Correct. Shrine is now open. But I don't think Faceless will give it up for free. Oh, Shrine already went down. The damage is too fast.
Faceless. The offensive approach.
A tool to teach.
They need this smoke to work out for them because right now they're just falling behind.
Oh, it's gonna be a counter smoke on the other side, and you know, Juggernaut showing the front. That's a hard one to go on to. He's got Spin, he's got Manta, he's got Aegis.
It's getting closer to that butterfly.
Link's in. I heard the Vuvuzela. Link, dual blame out, Black pops the Manta style and burns a lot of Ben's mana, so that'll be
Ben's
it.
now in trouble.
Yeah, his team is
See if
backing
the rest
him
of
up.
the team can make it in here in time.
Yeah, they'll back it off. Ben's Aegis.
Nice crush.
Link crush
Vacuum.
wall back on top, and
Oh, the Monovoid completely whiffing.
actually, Omni Slash gonna fly through it, and that's gonna be a 2-man route. Nana coming in, looks like the Aegis has run out, and on the right side, he's gonna go for Ice Ice Ice. Ice 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 gonna go down, the dual dip fly off on the left side, and that's gonna be a dead Japs as well. Black blinks back out of that fight here, and the Illusion's doing a lot of work against the rest of WG. It looks like they will be okay.
Nuts.
Oh, Nuts
Gonna go
trying to
down
come
here as
in
well.
here for a kill.
Got the healing ward at least.
Okay,
Thanks.
but I think...
So the Monovoid was used on Ben, which killed him, but Snova,
Oh, the
Face Edict at the perfect time.
0 damage. Backdoor protection is not up for whatever reason, and WG is gonna just go right into the base. Mangles are being eaten,
Is under attack.
and that is gonna be the first set of racks. That is the first set of racks that Faceless has lost here at the DAC.
Radiant's
Yeah, I think so.
has fallen.
A lot of first here for Faceless. One thing to mention is that they already failed to qualify for the Star Series. TNC snatched that spot away from them, so for international Faceless fans out there, you know, if you want to see them at some tournaments, these are the games that they have to win. So now personally, I'm not doubting them at all. This is a best of 3 series for a reason, and they could definitely make a comeback at game 2 or game 3, or heck, even in this game. But right now, it's not looking too good.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there, but
A golden thread.
same time, you got to be kind of worried.
Dire's middle tower is under
Like
attack.
Warriors Gaming being the underdog, if having this kind of momentum, it's not entirely out of the question that they actually even 2-0 them.
Top lane looks like they're gonna try to set up a kill against Xnova. Back into a Centaur Stomp. Okay, he does false promise the mech and drops all of the healing on himself. I think Xnova should be fine. Okay, the ult's gonna fly off. Let's see the damage. No, never mind. Elastic of the damage. Nice silence. Afu did not connect the kick though. What a crazy gank combo. Surge the Centaur blinks in with a Darkseer vac back into a Centaur Stomp. That was like perfect by Ice Ice Ice.
Well, he did miss the Centaur Stomp. If he got the Centaur Stomp, that would have been a lot quicker kill.
Oh, he missed it? I thought
He
got
missed it. Still helped. Unfortunately, it was against Xnova. Xnova with the minus 20-second spawn time is already alive.
Nice. I thought you would take the experience gain, the 20%. But
I think it's kind of...
I mean, they're both good, I guess.
I think they're both good, yeah.
Well, mid lane blink duel that's gonna find Black. He does get a little bit of ice armor from the creep, but this isn't gonna be enough. It's not. commit the Omni Slash, and Roshan.
And they find a double damage as well. Now Roshan is going to be a little bit away.
Ooh, if they just stay in there, like park a creep in here, it's gonna spawn. Like right now. Oh my god, that's so unfortunate for them. They will get the shrine, and if somebody checks again, they should be able to make it away with the Aegis.
Careful here. Afu, is he going to find him? Oh.
Oh!
Found him at the last second.
Yeah, with that kick.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Of course, that Centaur is gonna farm a camp on the back line. Look at him go.
Radiant's top tower is
This is pretty much all Faceless can really do right now is delay the game for as long as possible.
Backdoor protection. Not protecting you from Nana's double damage. Wait. Okay.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Oh, Ajit has an axe. I guess when you have such a farm mid, you might as well.
I mean, at the same time, it's not like his damage is low either. He actually does quite a bit of damage.
How would the interaction work if somebody gets false promise and gets beaten up like super hard, and then you just time lapse him?
I think the value is calculated from whatever the time lapse value is, I believe. So let's say you take like 1,000,000 damage, but you get time lapse. It's just gonna take the value of what you have before you took all the damage.
So
That's my guess.
are you gonna be okay or not okay? Is what I'm asking.
I'm gonna go with okay.
Okay, well, not seeing that interaction. Hopefully we'll see it once this game.
But I mean, like you said, it's a tricky interaction. Not something you see all the time.
Black does have the Lincoln Sphere granted to him by, I believe, Jabs. Yep. And he is also working on one his own.
'Tis mine.
This is continues to make perhaps Ben's life a little bit more difficult, but and so far 42 dual damage, not doing too shabby.
It's like you said, if only they noticed the Roshan was respawning like immediately right then.
I'm surprised that nobody like left a creep in there, and now they do check it out, but the opportunity is gonna be a little bit harder to come by. Weaver's chasing the Centaur. Alright, here comes the Roche attempt. It's gonna go down fast if there's no response by Faceless. It looks like there is none. By the time they group up and smoke up, it's gonna be gone.
Yeah, and Nana finishing his Scotty as well. Juggernaut is incredibly scary right now.
Roshan has
Yep.
fallen to the Dire.
Is this high ground time? Second lane of Rax, perhaps?
I think so. Are Faceless gonna be able to delay this game long enough?
I mean, they just need one big mistake by WG, right? This is something I don't say about Faceless a lot, but I think they are the best high ground defense team in C. And the reason I don't say it a lot is that they don't get themselves into this situation a lot. Like, they generally just win early. So this is going to be the WG's biggest test yet. If nobody gets caught out here, WG is going to have to fight 5v5 up on the high ground. That's going to be pretty tough.
Radiant's
Nana?
Say that, but they're already down one set of racks.
Radiant's
Yep.
structures are
Okay.
fortified.
Lane crush. Seeing what they can slow him down, but Afu gets him. The kick's gonna get him good as well. Are they gonna commit the Omni Slash is a question. Nice defensive force staff. The plays here by the team. Nana's now gonna spin. He's got the amp damage on him though, so lots of damage is being taken. I'm surprised that XY did not die there. They heal him back up, and now the rest of the team thinking about coming back out. A lot of these defensive ability has been triggered, including the healing ward. But WG essentially have lost no big cooldown. And then
Forget. Don't have that time
lane
lapse.
kick, they got him. Can they actually silence? The duel is gonna be not available because Black disjointed with the Manta triple remnant back in. They've lost the Earth Spirit on the back line. Everyone is
Black
retreating.
is still alive.
Yeah, very, very good defense here by Faceless. Blink
Oh,
crush.
they're going for more.
Press the attack, gets him down the chain, keeps him in place, and now the spin. Nana trying to get his teammate out alive here. Blink forward here. Black sees it. He wants the kill here in the chain. They are chasing outward. Nana does not have the Omni Slash. He's looking to fight here. No, he does. The right click on the back line doing quite a bit of work. And now the chase goes the other way. One by one, WG falls. It looks like they will fall for one more here. He does have the Aegis. Great time lapse brings him back, but for what? Like, he's actually not right clicking, he's just trying to run away, and there's Eosin chasing Black, blocking his path. The vacuum's gonna be there, and he is gonna be dying to his first life. Okay, the question is, are they dying for the second life? Ember Spirit's, or sorry, Earth Spirit's coming back very soon. Okay, healing ward, but he's rooted up still. He spins them away. Teleports are coming back in. Blink kick, that's gonna get 2. And now Silence gonna be pretty good. Jabs taking a ton of that damage. Gets that Force Staff away. Nuts is gonna be the first one for Faceless to die. And now the chase should go in the other direction. Or not. Wow. My god, that was a long ass chase. But what a defense by Faceless. That was some miraculous stuff.
Well, it's like you said, they are definitely one of the best high ground defenders in South Asia, and that definitely proves it.
But they did not get Nano. They try so hard.
Tried so hard. Well, they got the Aegis. That's definitely like huge win for them. Alright, backshot protection is down now.
Okay, Blink Crush again, Centaur Stomp, and now Black going to work, but time lapse, the 2-man stunned here. Nana just straight up spinning and right-clicking the Raxus. The wall's doing some work, but Nana doesn't care. He gets the Raxus, he might die for this. Time lapse on cooldown a little bit, press the attack's gonna get him back out to disarm. Everything, the nice yields by Apple catching him up, the kick's gonna get him down as well, and now the Blink duel going onto the Black's dead. Dead for a long time. Jab's gonna jump away, and now blinking forward. Double core, the triple cores are jumping back in, and do you believe Faceless, despite of the good defense, will crumble here? Black blinking forward, trying to actually slow down that roll, but Black, I think he has overstayed welcome. He's dead again. The dieback by Black.
That's gotta be it then.
And WG is gonna force a GG out. Faceless crumble under the WG pressure. And this team is looking impressive as they take down one of the top teams in C.
Damn. What a performance from Warriors Gaming. I'm telling you, like, sometimes when you just win all of your matches, it gives your opponents a lot to study from. And I guess they did their homework. They just